All right, so I'm going to teach you about how to read music better today, and after you're going to take a quiz in Schoology, so you really want to pay attention to what I'm telling you about. So the first thing I want you to understand is how staves work. Now you've all been looking at staves and reading them. You know that the treble clef has every good boy does fine for the lines and face for the spaces. And for the bass clef, here's a bass clef. You have good boys do fine always in the lines and all cows eat grass. So if I asked you to count how many staves there are on, you can all turn to There Will Come Soft Rains in your music right now. If the um, substitute wants to pause it for a moment, they can. So open up There Will Come Soft Rains. And how many staves are there on this first page? Let's count them. Count the staves. So here's 1, 2, then we have 3, 4, 5, 6. There's still more. 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I asked you how many staves there are on page 3, you would say 10, because there are 2 here, 4 here, and 4 here. So 10 total. So that's one kind of question I might ask you on a little quiz in a little bit in Schoology. The second thing I asked about is systems. A system means it's these measures or these staves that are connected together. So this system only has 2 staves. The second system on this page has 4. That's because all of this, 1, 2, 3, 4, all of this is happening at the same time. So this is the second system, which starts with measure 3, 4, 5, and then measure 6 here this is the third system on this page. So on page 3, there's 3 systems, 1, 2, 3. It's where you have staves connected. They're all connected from the top to the bottom here. So this is one system, these 4 staves. This is a system, these 4. This is a system, these 2. Because at the beginning, there are no voice parts. So it's just the piano, treble, and bass clef happen at the beginning. So there's 3 systems there. All right. If we go to page 4, the second page, you can see here there are only 2 systems. As these 4 staves, that's system 1 on this page. And then the second system has 3 voice parts and 2. So this is the second system. The second system has 5 staves. The first system on this page has 4 staves. So the words systems and staves we've covered so far. Another thing I might ask you about is the tempo. The tempo of any song is always written at the top, right above the first system of music. This tempo just tells you the chord note equals 92. That means there are 92 chord notes in 1 minute. So if it said chord note equals 60, that would mean the chord note is equal to what? To 1 second. If it was 120, that means you would have 2 chord notes in every second. Sometimes there are words here like flowing or moving along or something like that. This tempo only has chord note equals. So I might ask you about tempo. Then I might ask you about measures. So because this is a system, measure 1 has the bass clef and the treble clef piano here. So this is measure 1, whether you're looking at the treble clef or the bass clef, because all of this happens together. And then this is measure 2, the bass clef and the treble clef. This is measure 2. So then when we go to the second system, look, there's a 3. So all of this now, 4 staves, all of this that I'm circling is measure 3. Then there's a bar line. These bar lines make the new measures. Then this is measure 4. There Will is sung by sopranos and altos. That's measure 4. Bar line. So then all of this, the piano here, and when we sing Come Soft, that's measure 5. Then we have a bar line, and we go to measure 6. So here you can see the 6. And so this right here is all measure 6, all measure 7, bar line, all measure 8. So when we get to the next page, the first measure is measure 9. All right, I'm going to do another video which is going to teach you a little bit more. Thank you for listening.